Hello there.
Okay, so in this video, we are getting into more information about that famous lab scene now that was displayed in the first Jurassic World Rebirth trailer. It seems like we have a ton of information now about the opening scene of the movie, and it seems like a lot of the leaks were correct that I reported on the channel. So we're going to get into it in this video. If you guys enjoy my content, consider subscribing, and let's get into it.
The Atomic Fair.
So some of the leaks that I touched on that weren't from somebody that was like a big leaker or something like that, they actually came from somebody who had reached out to me directly, so it wasn't exactly reliable information. It seems to be correct because it seems like the opening scene of this movie is in fact going to be the lab scene that was displayed in the trailers. The only thing that seems to be a little off is a lot of people were thinking that this flashback scene or the D-Rex was going to be around in the early 90s when the original park opened. It now seems that isn't the case. Whether or not the script was changed, I highly doubt it. I feel like this was probably always the plan. The flashback scene that we are going to see in the opening scene of this film is set in 2010, making the D-Rex somewhere between 17 and, I don't know, maybe 30 years old or something. We don't know how old the D-Rex is in that flashback scene. We do know she is significantly smaller, and if the leaks that this person reported on reaching out to me are correct, then it seems like it is in fact going to be a female. So the Distortus Rex, who is going to be a female apparently, seems to be probably breaking out in this scene. I'm sure that this is going to show the escape of the dinosaur when they finally lose control of it completely before it takes over as the apex predator of the island. But even more credible information that we have about this is some shots of the script were posted over on, I think, Instagram or something like that, but somebody shared it to Reddit, which I'll show in this video here, showing the beginning of the script where it shows the opening scene where it actually shows that it is set in a lab. So it seems like it is now confirmed pretty much that the opening scene of this film was shown in the trailers. But if you've been watching my channel, then you probably already have known this for quite a while now, and it seems like we are going to get a lot more information leading up to this film coming out. We're heavily waiting on the second trailer where they're going to potentially reveal even more mutant dinosaurs because we do know that the Mutodons are also part of this film, which seem to be a cross between a pterosaur and a raptor. But even beyond that, we also know that there is a report of another mutant dinosaur that is apparently smaller and xenomorph inspired. One of you guys commented on my video saying that's potentially like a younger, smaller D-Rex, maybe even an offspring. I think that's a really good theory, but nonetheless, it seems like this movie is going to be a lot bigger in scope than just the concept of the Distortus Rex. Seems like we're going to have multiple mutant dinosaurs. We're going to have a ton of action going on. They're finally going to make the dinosaurs scary again, and then they're also going to be introducing this colossal new threat that's different than anything we've seen in the other films. The introduction of the Spinosaurus returning to the franchise in a paleo-accurate way, and then everything that we're hearing about this movie just sounds awesome. I'm still hoping that that two-headed raptor that we see, we actually end up seeing in the movie, because it really comes down to the writing. A lot of these concepts are things that were kind of seeded in the early Jurassic Park films, and I've said this in like almost every video now, but it is true. A lot of people think this is too far-fetched and too crazy. For me, too crazy would be if they actually militarized dinosaurs and they had like a dinosaur war. If they actually made human dinosaur hybrids, I think that would be a little bit crazy. Some of the concept art that we saw for Jurassic Park 4 was a little out there, but just the concept of a failed mutated dinosaur as they were attempting to make a Tyrannosaurus Rex makes way too much sense for this franchise, and is exactly what Ian Malcolm was talking about in the first Jurassic Park film. So comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think for all this stuff and all this new info dump for the Jurassic World Rebirth opening scene and more information about the Distortus Rex. And for this video, guys, that is all I got. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.